vine, swing my heart across the line. In my face is flashing signs. Seek it out and ye shall find. Old, but I'm not that old. Young, but I'm not that bold. And I don't think the world was sold. I'm just doing what we're told. I feel something so right, doing the wrong thing. And I feel something so wrong, but doing the right thing. I couldn't lie, couldn't lie, couldn't lie. Everything that kills me makes me feel alive. Lately I've been losing sleep, dreaming about the things that we could be. But baby, I've been praying hard. Said no more counting dollars, we'll be counting stars. Lately I've been losing sleep, dreaming about the things that we could be. But baby, I've been praying hard. No more counting dollars, we'll be counting stars. I feel the love, and I feel it burn down this river every turn. Hope is a four-letter word. Make that money and watch it burn. Old, but I'm not that old. Young, but I'm not that bold. And I don't think the world is sold. I'm just doing what we're told. I feel something so wrong. I'm doing the right thing, yeah. I couldn't lie. Everything that drowns me makes me wanna fly. Lately I've been losing sleep, dreaming about the things that we could be. But baby, I've been praying hard. Said no more counting dollars, we'll be counting stars. Lately I've been losing sleep, dreaming about the things that we could be. But baby, I've been praying hard. Said no more counting dollars, we'll be counting stars. Oh, take that money, watch it burn. Sink in the river, the lessons I learned. Take that money, watch it burn. Sink in the river, the lessons I learned. Take that money, watch it burn. Sink in the river, the lessons I learned. Take that money, watch it burn. Sink in the river, the lessons I learned. Everything that kills me. Lately I've been losing sleep, dreaming about the things that we could. But baby, I've been praying hard. Said no more counting.
And welcome to Becky Russ Field on the campus of American River College in lovely Sacramento, California. Game 2 of today's doubleheader between the Mustangs of Delta College and the ARC Beavers is about to get underway, and now it is underway. Caitlin Campbell at the plate. Faith Waltrip on the hill for the Beavers. She finished up in game number 1. Campbell was 3 for 4 in that game with a home run. She takes a strike, so it is 1-1. She'll be followed by Erica Tovar and Jay Marshall, the first 3 hitters for the Mustangs. Here in game number 2, Mustangs won game 1 8-0. Two and 1 now on Caitlin Campbell. Fouls that one off to our right, so it's 2-2 now. Two and 2 to Campbell. Hits that one out to right field. Meyer came in. Now she has to go back, reaches up, and makes the catch for the first out. So Campbell is retired on a fly ball to right field to Riley Meyer. Bring up Erica Tovar, who was also 3 for 4 in game number 1. She scored 3 and she drove in 1. She had a pair of doubles in that game. Chopper down to third, handled by Garcia, the first for the out. So 2 quick outs here in the first for Faith Waltrip, and that'll bring up Jay Marshall, the catcher. Jay also 3 for 4, so 9 hits the first 3 batters in the lineup in the first game of the doubleheader for the Mustangs. Marshall 3 for 4. She scored 1. She drove in 2. Catcher out of Sheldon High. Lines one right back up the middle into center field, and that is a base hit, her 4th of the day. First hit of game number 2. And Kennedy Dingman, the first baseman, will be the hitter.
First baseman Kennedy Dingman.
I was like, can I sit out for a second? She's like, no. And one of my friends was like pretty upset that she didn't get to play at all.
A steal in second. The throw's going to get into center field, but Garcia is backing it up, and Marshall will be at second base. Chelsea Brown on deck. Chelsea didn't play in game number 1. Dingman had a hit in 2 appearances. Line drive, base hit, right center field. That'll go all the way to the fence. A run will score. Dingman rounds first. She'll head into second. Slide in there with an RBI double, and the Mustangs put the first run up on the board in game number 2. A Dingman RBI, and they lead it 1-0. So Chelsea Brown will be the hitter.
DP Chelsea Brown.
She is the designated player in this game. Right-handed hitter Chelsea Brown. Runner at second base. That is in there for a strike. Looks like Fornaciari is the on-deck hitter. 0-1 pitch, swung on and missed, 0-2. Campbell flied out, Tovar grounded out, but then a single by Marshall. She stole second and scored on the double from Kennedy Dingman. And the Mustangs are up 1-0 here. Their win in game 1 improved their overall record to 25-4 and their conference mark to 14-2. Sharp grounder to third under the glove of Garcia. It'll be an infield single for Chelsea Brown. Puts runners at first and third and brings up Tara Fornaciari. Tara was 0 for 3 in game 1, had a sacrifice bunt in the 5th inning, so she's up here with 2 on and 2 out. Entered game 1 at .278 average, 13 runs batted in, 15 runs scored. Hits it sharply into right field, base hit. A run will score on an RBI single for Fornaciari. So Dingman scores. Chelsea Brown is now at second. So Relani Elias will be the hitter. She came on as a replacement in game number 1 and had an RBI single. And that is a single up the middle to center field. Garcia scoops it up. She's going to try for the plate. The throw's a little bit too late. Everybody moves up, and the third run scores Brown. Fornaciari goes over to third. Elias, who is 2 for 2 with 3 runs batted in on the doubleheader, moves to second base. And that'll bring up Haley Kobler, the right fielder. 3 runs in after 2 were out. Meeting at the mound for the Beavers.
Right fielder Haley Kobler.
Cheyenne Torres is on deck. So So Kobler, who had a couple of hits in game number 1, 2 for 3, and she drove in 2. She's up here with runners at second and third, and 3 runs in for the Mustangs. Outside with the first pitch. (1-0) in there for a call strike, makes it 1-1 on Kobler. Freshman out of Bear Creek High School. Little fly ball into short center field. That's going to drop in for a hit. A run will score. Here comes the second. It's 2 more runs batted in for Kobler, and it's now 5-0 in favor of the Mustangs. All this after the first 2 batters were retired. And will bring up Cheyenne Torres. Cheyenne Torres, the third baseman, batting in the number 9 spot. That one just placed perfectly as Garcia was playing deep in center field. Torres takes a strike. Cheyenne was 1 for 3 in game number 1, had a ground out and a fly out to go along with a single. That is outside for a ball. So 2 outs and then 6 straight hits for the Mustangs. They have scored 5. Torres lines that one into left field. That's a base hit. Popick gets it in. So the Mustangs will bat around here in the first inning. And bring up Caitlin Campbell. Caitlin, as we said, 3 hits including a home run in game number 1. She flied out to right field to start this game. In there for a strike on 1. Outfield straightaway and deep. Meyer medium deep in right field. Campbell hit her home run to right field in the first game. That's hit high and deep to center field. Garcia's not going to have a chance. That is a home run for Campbell. Her second of the day. Eight runs up on the board for the Mustangs here in the top of the first, all after the first 2 batters were retired. Campbell picks up her 4th run batted in the day. She now has 35 on the season. That was home run number 8 for Caitlin Campbell. And here's Erica Tovar, who grounded out to third base a couple of minutes ago in this very same first inning. Sharp grounder to the left to shortstop into center field. Tovar has her first hit of the second game. She came into game 1 at .315 and is now 4 for 6 on the day. And here's Jay Marshall, who started it off with a single after 2 rounds here in the top of the first inning. 12th batter of the inning for the Mustangs. Off the glove at third base, picked up by Haynes. She gets it to first, but not in time. It's a nice drive by Savannah Haynes. Tenth hit of the inning for the Mustangs and brings up Kennedy Dingman. RBI double earlier in this inning for Dingman. Her 14th run batted into the season. Misses high and outside, so it's a 1-0 on Dingman. And we're going to have a meeting. We're going to get a pitching change here. So Beavers will make a pitching change. We'll take a step away. We are still in the top of the first. Mustangs have scored 8 times to lead it 8-0.
Hi, I'm Monica from Ace Body Shop in Towne. We are a family-oriented business. We've been in business for over 30 years. We are located downtown Lincoln at 333 Lincoln Boulevard in Lincoln, California. We do automotive repair and 24-hour towing. Our phone number is 916-645-2859, or you can find us on the web.
When it comes to your home's maintenance and repairs, Jeffers Resource Group has you covered. Our handyman services offer a comprehensive range of expertise, from minor carpentry to drywall, electrical and flooring for property managers, landlords, and renters alike. We ensure that every job is completed to the highest standards, so you can have peace of mind. Contact us today to discover how Jeffers Resource Group can help keep your home in top shape.
So Bree Romero comes on to relieve Faith Waltrip here in the first inning. Faith 2/3 of an inning pitched. And that'll bring up Kennedy Dingman. Out to right field, Meyer settles underneath it, reaches up and makes the catch. So the inning finally over. 8 runs on 10 hits and 2 left. We go to the bottom of the first. Mustangs 8, Beavers coming to bat.
Oh, I love baking. I've been doing it my whole life. Grateful Bread was started because I needed a job. It always used to seem like bread was just an afterthought, and which was always kind of disappointing. But now, as not only people, foodies and people eating, they're expecting better quality, and people notice it, they can see it.
Lincoln Potters Baseball. Placer County's best-kept secret is back for another exciting summer at historic McBean Stadiums. Loaded with fun for the whole family, local beer, wine, and eats. Fireworks, giveaways, theme nights, kids zone, and more. Come join in the fun and enjoy small-town baseball with Major League Entertainment. Tickets on sale now at LincolnPotters.com.
Lincoln Potters Baseball. Come on out and join in the fun.
So we move on into the bottom of the first inning. Ariel Nava pitches the first game for the Mustangs, and she recorded their 6th straight shutout in conference play. Rebecca Brunell is going to take on the second game here out of Valley Springs, a freshman. She is 4-2 on the season, 38 2/3 innings pitched, 19 strikeouts, 7 base on balls, and an ERA of sparkling 1.09 for Rebecca.
Third baseman, Bella Garcia.
So Rebecca Bunnell is going to face Bella Garcia, Elizabeth Popick, and Mackenzie Smith here as the Beavers try to push across a run not only in this game but in this doubleheader. Bunnell, a right-hander, and the first pitch is in there for a strike. Bella was 1 for 3 in game number 1. Lines that one foul down the left field line, so quickly in the hole at 0-2 against Bunnell. Eight runs on 10 hits in the top of the first inning for the Mustangs. They won game 1 8-0 behind Ariel Nava, who improved to 18-2 on the season and lowered her ERA. There's a chopper back, and Bunnell has it, goes to first base and gets her by a step. So Garcia grounds out 1-3 for the first out. Elizabeth Popick, who is 1 for 1 in game number 1. She had a sacrifice. She was hit by a pitch in 3 appearances at the plate. So officially 1 for 1 for Elizabeth, freshman out of Wood Creek. Chopper right back to Bunnell. She's got it again over to first. Same result, 2 outs here in the bottom of the first, and here's Mackenzie Smith. The catcher coming into game 1 at 4-10. Mackenzie was 0 for 3, a couple of flyouts and a ground out.
Batting for the Beavers, number 15, catcher Mackenzie.
Kayla Adams on deck for the Beavers. Swing and a miss. As Smith aggressively goes after the first pitch. Doesn't connect, 0-1. That one is a little bit too low. 1 ball and 1 strike. Nice crowd out here on a Saturday afternoon. Chopper foul. Back here next Saturday, it turns out a makeup game against the College of San Mateo at noon on the 13th of April. Rescheduled from about a month ago, I think. Swing and a miss. Got her on strikes. An easy inning for Bunnell. In the bottom of the first inning, we go to the top of the second. Mustangs on top by 8.
When it comes to your home's maintenance and repairs, Jeffers Resource Group has you covered. Our handyman services offer a comprehensive range of expertise so you can have peace of mind. Contact us to schedule your service today.
American River College is a top-tier community college sports program that provides student athletes with the opportunity to thrive both athletically and academically. ARC Athletics is currently ranked 5th in the state and 2nd in Northern California. With over 19 sports programs, our athletes compete with the region's best athletes. Our diverse and dedicated coaching staff helps athletes develop the skills necessary to compete at the next level. Start your community college athletics journey with us. American River College, Sacramento's best athletic program. Go Beavers.
Time for the top of the second here from Becky Russ Field. Bree Romero on the hill. She'll face Chelsea Brown, Tara Fornaciari, and Raylani Elias, the first 3 hitters. That is 5, 6, and 7, as the Mustangs had 13 hitters come to the plate in the first inning. They scored 8 times on 10 hits. Brown with a single. She scored a run in that first inning.
Number 11, the DP.
She is the DP in this one. Out of San Lorenzo High School. Right-handed hitter against Bree Romero, who came on to get the last out of the first inning and gets a pop-up foul right there over top of the screen. Oh, 0-1 on Brown. Fornaciari to follow her. That one might have sounded like it might have clipped part of the helmet, and that's what it did. So she'll go down to first base. I just think she didn't want to go down there. She kind of just stood there for a second, but it did sound like it hit something. Everybody's a lot of shrugging going on out there. I don't know. They shrugged at the third base coach. You shrugged at the umpire. And then they're going to send her back. Okay, maybe I was wrong. Replay it. Listen for the sound. Get a sound engineer on it. Get the mix minus going and get the modulator, and you'll hear the sound. Now I have to change my scorebook and everything. This is really, really uncomfortable. Fouls that one back, so it's 1-2 on Chelsea Brown. I should tell the umpire, you can't send someone down to first base. I'm going to write it in my book. And then if you bring it back, I can't, there's no take backs, okay? One, 2 from Bree Romero. Outside, 2-2. Beavers' next action won't be until next Friday when they have a doubleheader on the road at Sac City. Swing and a miss. Got her on strikes, which is preferable to getting hit by a pitch, I guess, if you're on the Beavers side. 1 out. Tara Fornaciari is the hitter. Tara with a single and scored a run back in the first inning, so she's 1 for 1 in this one. 0 for 3 in game number 1. Out of Lincoln of Stockton. It's a high pop-up. Shortstop Haynes is calling for this one on the outfield grass, and she makes the catch for out number 2. So 2 down quickly here in the second. It'll bring up Raylani Elias.
Left fielder Ray Elias.
She came on in game 1 as a pinch hitter, had a 2-run single, and then had a 2-run RBI single in the first inning here. So she is 2 for 2 on the day. Has driven in 3 runs and scored 1. Started the day at 222. Takes that one in there for a strike. Haley Kobler to follow her in the order. Raylani batting in the number 7 spot for Coach Jim Fisher and the Mustangs. That's lifted in the short center field, and Garcia comes in. That's another base hit. So Elias is having a day. She is 3 for 3 through the 2 games, and that will bring up Haley Kobler, who is also having a pretty good day. She had 2 hits and 2 RBI in game 1 and singled in 2 runs back in the first inning of this game. So she has 4 runs batted in on the day. Started off with 4, now she's got 8. Check swing did not go. 1 ball and no strikes. 11 hits now for the Mustangs after that single by Elias. That is in there for a call strike, 1-1. Kobler from Bear Creek High School down in Stockton, a freshman. The K9 count is climbing as we speak. There goes the runner on a delayed steal, and she is safe at second base. The pitch is called a strike. So we had no K9s. Then Chris Toy located a French Bulldog, a pug, for me. And now we've just got, I think, visitors just kind of hanging out down the first baseline. Just kind of saying, hey, what's going on over here? Oh, let's go take the dogs. Outside. 2-2. Cheyenne Torres, the number 9 hitter on deck. Slow chopper out to shortstop. That's going to be probably interference with the runner getting in the way of Savannah Haynes. And it will be, the batter will be declared out because the runner, Elias, got in front of the shortstop trying to get the ball. So interference is called. That's the end of the top of the second. We go to the bottom of the second. Score 8-0 in favor of the Mustangs.
Here at Super Taco, we specialize in authentic Mexican food. One of the reasons we are different from other places is that we make everything from scratch. You get a great value when you come here, large portions and quality food. Our most popular dishes are many different kind of tacos. We have giant burritos, different kinds of enchiladas, and the fajita. If you're ready for real Mexican food, stop in at a Super Taco. We love to see you.
Fast flung on and missed. He got him on strikes at 86, the off-speeder. Bruno strikes out the... He's going to look that way. Now he's going to duck down the middle. He's got a guy wide open at the 18 kid. That's Robert Freeman. And Robert's trying to make a couple of moves. He comes back to the 15, comes down to the 10. He gets a block to the 5. Bottom of the second here from Becky Russ Field. It'll be Kayla Adams and Riley Meyer and Alexa Garcia, 4, 5, and 6 against Rebecca Bunnell. The freshman mowed down the Beavers 1, 2, 3 in the top of the inning, recording a strikeout. Swing and a miss by Adams. 0-1. Manel 4-2 on the year, but just a 1.09 ERA. Swing and miss again by Kayla. Adams came into game one at 443. 0 for 3 with the fly out, a line out, and a strikeout. Just a little bit outside right there. If that's a waste pitch, it's about as good as it gets. Just missing the outside corner. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Riley Meyer to follow. 8-0 here, bottom of the second inning, game 2 of the doubleheader. Adams chops one off the glove of the pitcher, picked up by the shortstop. That is Erica Tovar, and she throws her out at first. So 1 out here in the second inning, and Riley Meyer comes to the plate. Riley had a couple of hits in game 1 of this doubleheader. Was 2 for 3, came into that game at 357. She has 3 home runs. 17 batted in for the right fielder out of Casa Roble High School. She chops that one. Had a late swing at that one. That ball getting on her pretty quickly, so it's 0-1 on Riley. Alexa Garcia to follow. That is in there for a call strike. 0-2. But no, looking very strong early on here. Doesn't hurt that she got the 8 runs before she even took to the mound. Hit sharply down the first base line. Dingman stabs it, reaches over and steps on the bag herself for the second out. That's a good play at first base by Dingman. Two-way and Alexa Garcia coming to the plate. Had a double in game 1.
Center fielder Alexa Garcia.
Came in at 337, leads the team with 8 home runs. Also has 28 runs batted in. Sharp grounded to the left of second. Big hop over there for Panasiari, and she underhands it to first for the out. So 6 quick outs for the Beavers. We go to the top of the third. Mustangs still on top, 8-0. Got dragged there, and I didn't. He's an actor? Oh, crap. Who cares?
You got the rest of your life to be, serious. But
just tweet it out and then don't
And
really
then run away.
Yeah.
I think it happens to some of us. Maybe it sounds a little personal to you, but
I didn't want me to
I don't
sound
know.
that
It just
way.
maybe sounds like that. 'Cause
Generally,
fine.
Again, you're a very bright guy.
Yeah.
You see right into
Right
my
through
soul,
you.
my friend. That's why I have so many jobs, because people think I'm funny when they're driving home. Top of the third inning from Becky Rustfield. Mark the Phantom Low here with you. Chris Toy behind the glass doing all the controls and everything. Stones McCoy, I guess, is still out in center field under that tarp out there, He calls it a cabana. I just think it's a pop-up. But I don't know. When he came in here, he was really grumpy and everything, so I'm glad you're back, Chris Toy. He was yelling at me and stuff, and if I didn't do what he said, he'd just start talking himself, and I don't want the people to have to suffer. That's terrible. Cheyenne Torres. And then Caitlin Campbell, Erica Tovar here in the top of the third inning for the Mustangs. First pitch is on the inside corner for a strike. Torres singled and scored back in the first inning. Came into game 1 at 220. She was 1 for 3 in that game, so 2 for 4 on the day so far for Cheyenne Torres. That is also on the inside corner for a strike. Cheyenne, a sophomore out of Riverbank High School. Behind the count, 0-2. Romero relieved Faith Waltrip in the first inning. Gave up a single in the second. Here's a squibber down the third baseline. That's foul. 0-2 on Cheyenne Torres, third baseman for the Mustangs in this second game of the DH. First game won by the Mustangs 8-0. Lifted down the right field line, foul territory. It'll hit up against the fence, and we'll do it again at 0-2. Yeah, I told you those two canines were just kind of fly-by-nights. They're already out of here. They've already watched a couple innings. Yeah, okay, but they're out of here. Got things to do. They got things on the to-do list today. Caitlin Campbell to follow. That's the top of the order for Delta. That's popped up. Shortstop going to call for that one, Haynes, and she has it on the foul line going down the left field line. So the first out's recorded on a pop-up by Torres. Brings up Caitlin Campbell, who's been quite the offensive star. 3 hits, including a home run in game 1, and she is 1 for 2 in this one with a 3-run home run. That was back in the first inning. She flied out to open the game, then got another chance in the first inning and parked one over the right field fence. Actually, that was center. The other one was right field. She takes that one just a little bit too high. One ball and no strikes to the sophomore from Ripon High School in Ripon, California. Came into game 1 at 4.22. That's a strike. She's taken her home run total up to 8, her RBI total to 35 on the year. With a home run in both games today. She's followed by Erica Tovar, the shortstop. Caitlin, a center fielder for the Mustangs. Hits that one to center field and deep. Going back is Garcia, and that one is out of here. Campbell does it again. She has 2 home runs back-to-back at bats, and it's now 9-0 for the Mustangs. Make that 9 home runs, 36 runs batted in for Caitlin Campbell. I saw her talking to somebody between games right in front of us here on the steps. I should have said something to try to get her off her game. That was my bad. I did not say anything. Tovar, who was grounded to third and singled. Erica had 3 hits in game 1, came into the doubleheader at 3:15. RBI total now 15 on the season with a single home run, and she takes high for a ball. Jay Marshall to follow. Check swing, did she go? She did not, so it's 2 balls and no strikes on Erica Tovar. From Sierra High down in Manteca, sophomore shortstop. Came into game 1 at 3:15. 2-0 pitch is in there for a strike. 2 balls and 1 strike. Wind blowing out today, but I can't say that it's helped any of the home runs so far. They all look pretty legit. 2-1 is well outside. 3 balls and 1 strike. Popped up. It hits on top of us. I have to say, Matt Pearson, the PA guy, looked like he really aggressively was going after that pop fly. He may have turned over a new leaf, that guy. He may now be a bold, adventuresome young man. He did not shrink away from that ball at all. Of course, he knew it wasn't going to come anywhere near us, so he probably knew he was safe. It did hit right on top of us, though, right there. So it wasn't that far away from us. I wasn't even paying attention where it hit. I was too busy watching him. Getting ready to make the play. Full count here. Chopper foul on an off-speed pitch, so it's 3-2. Nice pickup by the third base coach. He backhands it over to Bella Garcia. Matt gets a bad rap, I know, because of that one incident early in the season. Also because he's a Phillies fan. And Eagles, too, I think. Right, Matt? Yeah, that's, and he's really vocal about that. Swing and a miss. Tovar's out on strikes, chasing one outside the strike zone. for the second strikeout for Bree Romero, second out of the inning. And here's Jay Marshall, who's had a tremendous day, 3 hits in game 1, and she drove in 2, and she's already got 2 hits in game 2, the catcher. Out of Sheldon High School, the same high school as Bree Romero, so perhaps the two are acquainted. Line drive over shortstop into left field for a base hit. So Marshall with 3 hits in both games. And she is at first base with 2 outs, and it'll bring up Kennedy Dingman. RBI double in the first inning, and then a fly out to right field also in the first inning. So Kennedy is 1 for 2 in this one. Right-handed first baseman, Chelsea Brown to follow. Marshall down at first. Took something off that, and it's fouled at the plate. 0-1. Dingman came into the doubleheader hitting .289 with 13 runs batted in. Has picked 1 up here in the first inning, so make that 14. That's the line to center field. Is it going to stay up? Garcia with a nice diving catch, but it pops out of her glove. She picks it up, throws to third, and so going to second is Dingman, and the tag will be too late. Marshall makes it to third. Dingman is now at second base. Third hit of the inning for the Mustangs. And with runners at second and third, here's Chelsea Brown, who has singled and scored in the first and then struck out in the second. So Chelsea is 1 for 2, did not play in the first game. Sophomore from San Lorenzo. Outside for a ball. Alexa Garcia almost with a tremendous diving catch in that one. It just held the glove out in front of her and it popped right out as she slid forward. That one's right down the middle for a strike. Evens it up at 1-1. Chelsea came in at .278. She takes that one outside. She has 6 runs batted in on the season. Hits that one high up in the air to right field. Riley Meyer underneath it makes the catch for the out. 1 run, 3 hits, 2 left. We go to the bottom of the third. It's Mustangs 9, Beavers nothing.
Hi, I'm Monica from Ace Body Shop in Towing. We are a family-oriented business. We've been in business for over 30 years. We are located downtown Lincoln at 333 Lincoln Boulevard in Lincoln, California. We do automotive repair and 24-hour towing. Our phone number is 916-645-2859, or you can find us on the web.
When it comes to your home's maintenance and repairs, Jeffers Resource Group has you covered. Our handyman services offer a comprehensive range of expertise, from minor carpentry to drywall, electrical and flooring for property managers, landlords, and renters alike. We ensure that every job is completed to the highest standards, so you can have peace of mind. Contact us today to discover how Jeffers Resource Group can help keep your home in top shape.
Bottom of the third inning, Rebecca Bunnell out there for her third inning of work. She has retired all 6 Beavers she's faced. She'll go up against Madison Denman. Then I think probably Bree Romero will be batting in the Waltrip spot, and then Savannah Haynes. So here's Madison Denman, first baseman out of Rio Americano. 0 for 3 in game 1, hitting a .254 coming into today with 9 runs batted in. Right-handed hitter. There's a grounder foul. Bree Romero is on deck. She came in for Faith Waltrip, who was listed as the pitcher and the flex, and so if Bree takes her place, she has to take her spot. And then Savannah Haynes will follow her. Demon takes a strike, 0-2. Madison steps out, steps back in, pretty close to the plate from the right side, waits for the 0-2. Line drive, that's a fair ball down the right field line, just out of the reach of Kennedy Dingman, and it's a single for Madison Demon. First base runner for the Beavers, and Dingman made a really nice try. She's made a couple of good plays on ground balls so far in the doubleheader. That one just eluded her and went down the right field line, the first hit. And now here is Bree Romero. Torres in at third. That is a strike. Thinking that the Bree doesn't bat that often, she might be dropping one down. 0-1. Savannah Haynes, the number 9 hitter on deck. Romero takes outside. One and one to Bree Romero, sophomore out of Sheldon High School. 16-7 on the season on the mound. Takes outside, the throw down to first base, not in time. 2-1 now on Bree. She shows bunt, pulls it back. It's a call strike, 2-2. Dingman came in from first, Torres from third. They were right up on Bree Romero. She let that one go. Evens the count up 2-2. Outside, 3-2. Three balls, two strikes, no outs here in the third. Beavers got a big hill to climb. They trail it 9-0. Romero fouls that one off. So Bree swings it, makes contact, stays alive for another pitch. Chopper down to first base. Handled down there by Dingman. She'll step on first, and Romero moves the runner along. A productive out for Bree. Demon goes down to second base, and will bring up Savannah Haynes. Batting in the number 9 spot, the freshman out of Castro Robles was 1 for 2 in game number 1, a game that stopped after 6 innings because of the run rule, won by the Mustangs 8-0. Savannah takes a strike on the outside corner, 0-1. Reminder, we're back here on ARC Athletics YouTube, Stones Radio Network's YouTube. That'll be on Tuesday at 2 p.m. First pitch for American River College Beaver baseball team against Sac City. Haynes chops one foul. Come back later in the week on Friday to do the third game of that series. Beavers off a series they took 1 out of 3 against Cosumnes River College. A game we had, I think that was last Thursday. Haynes fouls that one off. 0-2 on Savannah. Jay Marshall walked around a little bit and see if she got nicked a little bit on the foul ball. She seems to be fine. The umpire, who in game 1 had a leg problem, he's recovered admirably from that leg injury. He's done a fine job. Run around in the game 1, probably said, yeah, let me get behind the plate, kind of take it easy, you know. Haynes hits it out to second base. Fornaciari gets it over to first base for the out. So 2 outs, moving to third is Madison Demon, and here's Bella Garcia with a runner at third base, but 2 outs here in the third inning. Left-handed hitter grounded back to the pitcher in the first inning. She watches that one outside. 1-0. Had a hit in the first game, 1 for 3. Elizabeth Popick follows her. The Beavers trying to get that first run across the plate. First run of the doubleheader, actually. Garcia chops it foul down the third base line. 1 ball, 1 strike on Bella. Sophomore out of Rockland High School. Entered the doubleheader at 437. 29 runs scored, 7 runs driven in. Fouls that one back to the screen, so it's 1-2 now. Outfield, as they've been doing all day for the Mustangs, playing very shallow, especially in left field against the left-hand hitting Garcia. Grounder out to shortstop, picked up by Tovar. The first gets her by a step. So a hit but no runs for the Beavers in the third. We go to the top of the fourth. Mustangs still on top, 9-0.
Oh, I love baking. I've been doing it my whole life. Grateful Bread was started because I needed the job. It always used to seem like bread was just an afterthought, and which was always kind of disappointing. But now, as not only people, foodies and people eating, they're expecting better quality, and people notice it, they can see it.
Lincoln Potters Baseball. Placer County's best-kept secret is back for another exciting summer at historic McBean Stadiums. Loaded with fun for the whole family, local beer, wine, and eats. Fireworks, giveaways, theme nights, kids zone, and more. Come join in the fun and enjoy small-town baseball with Major League Entertainment. Tickets on sale now at LincolnPotters.com.
Lincoln Potters Baseball. Come on out and join in the fun.
Top of the fourth inning. Mustangs on top, 9-0. Tara Fernasiari is going to start us off, and then Redlani Elias and Haley Kobler, 6, 7, and 8 for the Mustangs, who scored 8 times in the first, once in the third. That was on a Caitlin Campbell home run. And Fernasiari has singled and popped to shortstop, so she is 1 for 2 in this one.
Number 2, second baseman Tara Fernasiari.
Fernasiari from Lincoln High and Stockton, just a freshman. Came into the doubleheader at 278. Scored a run back in the first inning. That's her 16th run scored of the season. She has 13 runs driven in as well. She takes the first one on the inside corner for a strike. So it's 0-1 from Bria Romero. Straight away in the outfield and relatively deep for the Beavers. That one is a little something taken off of it. Misses outside, 1-1. Lisa Delgado, the head coach. The co-head coach, Felix Vigil, for the Beavers. Jim Fisher, the head man over at Delta College. 1-1 pitch is popped up. Calling the second baseman, Kayla Adams. She will make the catch. Fernasiari is out for the second time, so she's 1 for 3. And Relani Elias, who has been very difficult for the Beavers to get out. She came on as a pinch hitter in game number 1. 2-run single in the 6th inning, and then she is 2 for 2 in this game. She scored 1. She's driven 1 in as well. Inside corner for a strike. 0-1 on Elias. Haley Kobler to follow her. Relani is number 7 in the order for the Mustangs in game number 2. Takes that one for a ball, 1-1. Elias out of Bear Creek High School in Stockton. Line drive right at the first baseman. I think Temin had to block it. She couldn't really see it, so she put her glove up to block the sun. The ball went right in it. So Elias is finally out on a good play / lucky play by Madison Demmett at first base. With 2 outs, Haley Kobler will come to the plate. A 2-run single in the first inning. She scored in that inning. Grounded to short in the second, so Haley is 1 for 2. 2 for 3 in game number 1. So 3 for 5 on the day with 4 runs driven in. Takes that one in there for a strike, 0-1. It was hard to tell if Madison was trying to see where the ball was or trying to block the sun out or just kind of instinctively reacting. But the line drive settled into the glove for out number 2. That is a little bit too high, although I could swear to yelled strike. 1 ball and 1 strike on Haley Kobler. Cheyenne Torres to follow Haley, who takes that one on the outside corner for a strike. Just had to hold off a second as I waited for the umpire to. It was like when the tape kind of catches and you wait for it to catch up. That's exactly what happened right there. That happens to me all the time in streaming, especially on Hulu. I don't know what goes on Hulu. Let's talk to Mr. Hulu and find out. That one just a little bit outside, 2-2. No, I'm not going to say you have to jump through hoops to try to get Hulu, because that is not right. But I figured I would say it because I could stop you, Chris Toy, from saying something even worse. I'm just trying to save you, man. You know, Stones is watching. He's listening. He's got the HR department on us. 2-2 pitch, call, strike 3. Good inning for Bree Romero. We go to the bottom of the 4th. Beavers still trying to get a run on the board. They trail 9-0.
When it comes to your home's maintenance and repairs, Jeffers Resource Group has you covered. Our handyman services offer a comprehensive range of expertise, so you can have peace of mind. Contact us to schedule your service today.
American River College is a top-tier community college sports program that provides student-athletes with the opportunity to thrive both athletically and academically. ARC Athletics is currently ranked 5th in the state and 2nd in Northern California. With over 19 sports programs, our athletes compete with the region's best athletes. Our diverse and dedicated coaching staff helps athletes develop the skills necessary to compete at the next level. Start your community college athletics journey with us. American River College, Sacramento's best athletic program. Go Beavers.
Bottom of the 4th inning, Elizabeth Popick, Mackenzie Smith, Kayla Adams, the first 3 hitters, hopefully for the Beavers, coming up against Rebecca Bunnell, who has been very, very good so far. 3 innings and just 1 hit allowed. She has a strikeout, hasn't walked anybody. Here's Popick, who grounded back to Bunnell back in the 1st inning. Elizabeth chops that, and she hit it off herself. I think she's going to be out. Yes, she is. She was out of the batter's box, and the ball bounced back and hit her. So she is out for the first out of the inning, and that'll bring up Mackenzie Smith. Smith struck out back in the 1st inning, so she is 0 for 1 in this one. Looking for her first hit in the doubleheader. Line drive right at shortstop. Erica Tovar makes the catch, so 2 pitches and 2 outs here in the 4th inning, and Kayla Adams comes up. Kayla 0 for 1. She had a ground ball that went off the pitcher's glove right to the shortstop Tovar, who threw her out back in the 2nd inning, so she is 0 for 1. Looking for her first hit of the doubleheader as well. Came into this doubleheader at 4:43. Chopper. It's going to be a 3-pitch inning as Torres throws to first for the out. They don't come any quicker than that. 1, 2, 3. We go to the 5th. It's the Mustangs by 8.
Here at Super Taco, we specialize in authentic Mexican food. One of the reasons we are different from other places is that we make everything from scratch. You get a great value when you come here, large portions and quality food. Our most popular dishes are many different kind of tacos. We have giant burritos, different kinds of enchiladas, and the fajita. If you're ready for real Mexican food, stop in at a Super Taco. We'd love to see you.
Pass swung on and missed. He got him on strikes at 86, the off-speeder. Bruno strikes out the... He's going to look that way. Now he's going to duck down the middle. He's got a guy wide open at the 18 kid. That's Robert Freeman. And Robert's trying to make a couple of moves. He comes back to the 15, comes down to the 10. He gets a block to the 5. Top of the fifth inning, or should I say top of the fifth inning, Cheyenne Torres will start us off for the Mustangs. Then Caitlin Campbell and Erica Tovar, 9-1-2, against Bree Romero, who came on to end the first inning, and she's pitched the 3 innings since and given up 4 hits and 1 run. That run, a home run by Caitlin Campbell. Bree Romero finishing up her warm-up tosses. Mackenzie Smith coming out as the Beavers took 3 pitches and then got out. So I don't know. You can't do it any quicker than that. I don't know that I've ever seen that before. First one was Popik, who was called out when the ball hit her in fair territory after she tried to slap a single. Then a ground out, another ground out, and that was basically it. So here's Torres. That is outside. We have a pinch hitter here, number 6. That is James, I believe. Fouled off. Ellen James is the hitter, batting for Torres. So it is 0-2 on her. Elon James hitting at .211 on the season. Takes that one high and inside. E-L-O-N, Elon James. Just a freshman. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Caitlin Campbell on deck. And then Tovar. 1-2 to James. Call, strike 3 inside corner. Second straight strikeout, second straight called third strike for Bree Romero. She has struck out 3 now. Make that 4 on the day. And Caitlin Campbell, who has not struck out on the day, she has flied to right and homered twice. So she has 2 home runs. She's driven in 4.
Center fielder, Caitlin Campbell.
She is. That's a call strike. 5 for 7 on the day. 3 home runs. 5 runs batted in. Takes that one in the dirt. 1 ball and 1 strike. Campbell at a Ripon High School, a sophomore. Came into the day at .422. 6 home runs, so she now has 9 home runs and 36 runs batted in. And she scored 31 runs. Takes that one high and inside, so it's 2-1. Merrill moving the ball around, changing speeds, changing locations against Campbell. We sit 2 balls and 1 strike. Sails high and outside, so it's 3-1. Top of the 5th inning. Mustangs scored 8 in the first inning and 1 in the third to lead it 9-0. They won game 1 8-0. That game shortened to 6 innings. 3-1 pitch on the outside corner. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Sharp grounder out to shortstop. Haynes has it. She's going to have to hurry across the diamond, not in time. Campbell beats it out for an infield single, her 3rd hit of the second game. Hit number 13 for the Mustangs. Bring up Erica Tovar. She is grounded to third, singled, and struck out. So Erica is 1 for 3 in game 2. She had 3 hits in game number 1. Inside corner call strike one. Tovar out of Sierra High in Manteca. Sophomore. Hitting .315 coming into today. 4 for 7 on the day. That's inside. I think that hitter should go down to first base. So 2 on, 1 out, and Jay Marshall, who has 3 hits in game 1 and 3 hits in game 2. So suffice to say she's having a pretty good day, 6 for 7. She scored a run in the second game. She drove in 2 and scored 1 in game 1. Saw a freshman out of Sheldon High School stepping in. Started the day at 347. That number a little bit better right now after the 6 for 7 performance. Takes that one outside. Has runners at first and second, 1 out here in the 5th. Beavers in danger of a second straight run rule game here if they can't close them down and then put up at least 2 in their half of the 5th. Took something off that one, got it in there for a strike, evened it up at 1-1 on Marshall. There's a slow grounder to third. Garcia's going to go across the diamond to first to get her. Runners will move up to second and third, but Marshall is out. 2 outs here in the 5th inning, and Kennedy Dingman will be the hitter. First baseman doubled in a run in the first, then flied to right in the later in the first and singled in the third. So she is 2 for 3 in this one. 1 for 2 in game number 1. She scored 2 runs in that game. Scored a run here in game number 2 as well. Does have an RBI in this game and takes that one for a strike. 0-1. Outfield straightaway and deep for Dingman. Hitting in the number 4 spot for the Mustangs. Chelsea Brown to follow. Romero and the Beavers want to shut this one down right here, right now. That's too high. Mackenzie Smith springs out of the crouch to get that one before it gets to the backstop. 1-1. One's popped up, should stay in play. Madison Demon coming over, makes the catch near the on-deck circle. So good job by Romero to get out of that one. No runs, 1 hit, 2 left. We go to the bottom of the 5th. Beavers need to score 2. They trail by 9.
Here at Super Taco, we specialize in authentic Mexican food. One of the reasons we are different from other places is that we make everything from scratch. You get a great value when you come here, large portions and quality food. Our most popular dishes are many different kind of tacos. We have giant burritos, different kinds of enchiladas, and the fajita. If you're ready for real Mexican food, stop in at a Super Taco. We love to see you.
Pass flung on and missed. He got him on strikes at 86, the off-speeder. Bruno strikes out the... He's going to look that way. Now he's going to duck down the middle. He's got a guy wide open at 18 kidda. That's Robert Freeman. And Robert's trying to make a couple of moves. He comes back to the 15. Comes down to the 10. He gets a block to the 5. Bottom of the 5th inning here at Becky Russ Field. Beavers trailing at 9-0. Rebecca Bonnell out. She has thrown 4 innings and given up just 1 hit. Struck out 1. And she'll face Riley Meyer, Alexa Garcia, and Madison Demon.
Number 8, her right fielder, Riley.
Here's Riley Meyer, who grounded out to first her first time up. Had a couple of hits in game number 1. The right fielder out of Castroble. Takes outside for a ball from Bonnell. Rebecca Bonnell, a freshman from Valley Springs. 4-2 on the season. A 1.09 ERA. Meyer hits one sharply to left to second. It's into right field, picked up by the right fielder, and just barely doesn't get her at first base. That's a fine play out in right field by Haley Kobler. And her throw to first just a little too late. Meyer beats it out. Second hit of the day for the Beavers, and that'll bring up Alexa Garcia. Alexa grounded out to second base, her first time up in this one. Hits it out to right field. That's a little bit too far, though, because caught out there by Kobler for the out. Beavers have only seen about 6 pitches in the last 5 batters. And Madison Demon comes up. Madison singled her first time up down the first baseline, so she's 1 for 1 in this one. Bree Romero on deck. Swung on and fouled by Madison Demon. Got one she thought she could handle there, right down the middle. Fouls it straight back. 0-1. Beavers on the road Friday at Sac City for a doubleheader, then back here for a makeup game Saturday against College of San Mateo. There's a liner to right field. That is in for a base hit, and it's going to get away from the right fielder Kobler. From around second, going to third. Here comes, they're going to try to score. No, they will not. Staying at third is Meyer, and it's a single for Demon. She's 2 for 2 today. And with runners at second and third, and one out here is Bree Romero. Faith Waltrip started as the pitcher/flex player, and Romero replaced her on the mound. She also replaced her in the batting order. So she's up here now with a chance to get a couple runs in and keep this one going for the Beavers, as they've dropped 2 hits in this inning to give them a total of 3, 2 of those by Madison Demon. Romero takes a ball, 1-0. We grounded out to first base her first time up. Doesn't get a lot of at-bats, and it's tough to come up against one of the top 2 pitchers in the Big 8 Conference. Swings and fouls that one back to the screen. She always turns to the dugout after she hits, and can you believe I did that? Can you believe I hit that? They say, yeah, keep it going. Do it again. Stick on it. 1 ball, 1 strike on Bree. Swings and misses at that one. Looked like she got herself one. I should have got that one. 1-2. Savannah Haynes to follow. 1 out here in the 5th. Call strike 3. Second strikeout for Bunnell. And here's Savannah Haynes. Beavers need to get 2 to keep this one going here in the bottom of the 5th. Got run ruled in the first game 8-0. 2 on, 2 out here for Savannah, who grounded out to second her first time up. Had a single in game number 1. Chops that one foul. 0-1. Outfield has been all day. Pretty much straight away on Haynes, but very shallow. Actually, maybe a little deeper than it's been most of the day. Haynes hits that one high up in the air down the right field line. That'll drop. It's a foul ball, though. So we're down to the last strike for the Beavers here. 0-2 on Savannah Haynes. Hitting .239 coming into the doubleheader. 5 runs batted in. Rebecca Bunnell looking for her 5th win. Here's the 0-2. It's outside. 1-2. Bella Garcia on deck if Savannah can keep this inning going for ARC. Popped up right side. Calling for it is the right fielder. Makes the catch, Kobler, and that's the ball game. So the Mustangs come in and they grab 2. This one, the final in game number 2. Mustangs 9 and the Beavers nothing. Beavers will return to action on Friday on the road. Then on Saturday, we'll be back here at noon for a game against San Mateo. Baseball-wise, the ARC Beavers will be hosting Sac City next week on Tuesday and on Friday, 2 p.m. First pitch. Check them out on ARC YouTube, ARC Athletics on YouTube, or Stones Radio Networks on YouTube. For Mark the Phantom Lowe, for Chris Toy, for Stones McCoy, we say thank you for watching. We'll see you next time.